Got a chance to play Hood Outlaws and Legends when it was released for free in August 2021. This game was on my buy list, but after the initial catastrophic reviews, I changed my mind, and I don't think I'm the only one. And since budget is limited, I didn't pull the trigger, and it's still on my buy list, wish list. But at least now I got to see for myself what the fuss is all about. And let me tell you, it's not as bad as they say. I don't really have a problem with a game that delivers exactly what it is in the trailer description. Hood Outlaws and Legends does that, so why hate on it? With mostly negative reviews on the Steam page, as you can see, after playing the game for about 2 days, at least that's how much we got it for free, I felt like the herd syndrome is affecting people. At this point, Sumo Digital, the developers, are actually getting bullied, and I feel like it's kinda unfair to what's happening here. I've seen this before, we have seen this before. If you remember Mass Effect Andromeda, we jumped on conclusion punishing the game for what it was after playing the initial day one release, and Andromeda never came back. That was very unfair, mainly because Andromeda is right now a pretty good game, very much playable and well polished. That's just one example, and you kind of mirror that here in Hood Outlaws. It never crashed. The performance was good. I had a steady 60 frames at 2K, everything turned to max. And while the visuals didn't really impress, I can't really complain. The camera worked as intended. No blind spots or anything that you can take advantage over other players. The skills and classes are balanced. I guess at first they weren't, but they fixed that. Even though Miriam gave me a hard time constantly hiding in bushes, nothing you can do about that. I did feel like they put in rotation the same maps, and I've seen this in Battlefront 2 as well. I just kept on playing the same free maps over and over when a game has actually more to offer. So the rotation needs to be fixed, I guess. The good news is that no game is the same, because the players will always be different, and that makes for a different experience. I ended up hating the game when the other team was too strong, and having a blast when my team managed to kick ass and win, dominating the opposition. But hey, not just video games. That is exactly how any game on the planet works. You can't blame Hood Outlaws if the party members suck. They added about a month ago a PvE add-on where you can play solo with bots or in co-op with friends, and you don't have to worry about anybody invading or trying to steal your loot. I think that's a great add-on. It really relaxes, and you can just play by yourself if you're having a hard time with PvP, giving you an opportunity to level up your camp and hero and characters before you jump into a more demanding, high challenging PvP aspect. So nothing wrong with that so far. Kudos for implementing the PvE mode. I just found it a bit boring to play versus bots, and I kept on going back to PvP because that was where the action was. And even though if you are facing, and you can clearly see by the skins and by the weapons that you are facing players that had level above you, that doesn't make it hard or even impossible to win. It's all about strategy, and the combat is very balanced. There are upgrades to be found in base camp when you upgrade your hideout, and by doing so, it gives you a chance to upgrade your characters. All of them, regardless of who you play with. Skills, level up, weapon upgrades, and cosmetics. I really see how this could probably keep you going for about 20 hours plus, until you've seen everything that Hood and Outlaws has to offer. The only thing that I can see people complaining, like actually being legitimate complaint, is that you have the opportunity to add 4 characters of the same class in a party. But this can have its disadvantages. If you know the map and you can only learning by playing it, a full team of Johns, because everybody says that a full team of Johns is OP. It's not. A full team of Johns, or definitely a full team of Robins, will get absolutely destroyed if you just know the map and you take advantage of that. The start of the match, where you need to steal the key from the sheriff, doesn't really matter. The start is not that important. And continuing along, the impact of what you do in the first 5 minutes of the game is kind of minimal. Where it gets fun is the later end game, when you need to escape with the loot. That's where Hood Outlaws shines. Strategy and combat is equally important, even though I felt like it was like 60% strategy, 40% combat. Going back and forth between what team can progress faster, hoisting the treasure chest onto the boat, and maintaining strategic position on spawn points. All this makes for an actual PvP experience. It's intense, and instead of focusing on numbers like who deals, what class deals the most damage, etc., like you have in a lot of other battle royales and PvPs, the big brain strategy here will win the match, always. Mindlessly just spawning and then going back trying to defeat the other team is not gonna win you. You need to learn how to position yourself, take certain spawn points, wait, don't always attack, and if necessary, and a lot of time this will win you the game, don't go for the same exit point. Try to find a different one that will take the opposite team by surprise, and it will buy you time for that victory. Don't want to drag this too long. Hood and Outlaws Legends is still on my wish list to buy. For me, the only problem is right now is that I probably gonna have an impossible or very hard time convincing my friends that it's worth the money. Even though I did play it with them, people got a bit salty when they lost, and that's not the game's fault. And playing with strangers instead of your friends is rather difficult. You need comms. You have to stay on microphone, you have to stay on chat, and constantly talk with your teammates. But hey, let me know what you think about the game. Why players hate it so much, and what's up with this negativity? If we have any experienced Hood players around, let us know. If you have more than 20 hours into this, leave it in the comment section below and tell us how you felt playing the game for so long. Has it improved since launch? Because I didn't play it at launch. What do you think about it now? What do you think about the PvE mode? Anything. Hood and Outlaws in the comment section down below. My name is Rocket Shoe. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care. Peace.